Welcome back. It's me, Caroline, again. So, before I start today's topic, I just want to do a little chit chat and confess myself to two things. So, the first thing is I'm a technology noob. I know it's not a proud thing to say, but I hate learning technology. I thought that you could attach any link to the podcast description. I see a button, but I can't attach any link there. So, if you want the ukulele playlist, please go to the main description. I've attached my link tree there, so you'll find the ukulele playlist. And the second thing is English is not my first language, so my voice might be a little bit slower or faster than what you usually listen to. And I know my voice is not very clear, and I'm working on it, so please bear with my voice. I know it's a little bit hard to understand, but please, I'm working my best. Yeah, so those are the two things. Let's move on to the main topic, shall we? If you have read the description, you'll know what I'm going to talk about, but it's also okay if you haven't. I haven't done this before, talking to the public about the things I love or the music artists I stan. So, this is my very first time. I've written a lot of things about those things that I'm passionate about, but this is a different experience. I'm kind of nervous right now because I'm afraid that I might squeal or say something weird, but I'll try my best. I'll control myself. So today, drum rolls please. I'm talking about Queen, the legendary Queen. Queen was so popular back in the old days, and I remember growing up to translated versions of their songs like Radio Gaga, We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions, and Friends Will Be Friends. Because there was an era in our country where translated versions of English songs were so popular. But the first time I know Queen, I remember it being a school holiday. I finished my homework and I was flipping the TV channels. Queen's Live Aid performance was playing on one of the channels. I didn't know it was Queen or the Bohemian Rhapsody movie yet. And in that moment, there were so many things to see, yet so little time. But I know that the crowd was massive and enjoying themselves because the music band was incredible. And when I came back from the kitchen, the credits were already rolling, so I missed out everything in the first time. But the movie came back after 2 or 3 months later. But I still missed out some things because there were censored parts about Freddie and Jim and Freddie and Paul. But their biggest hits has become my favorite songs. And I just know that I have to do research on them because they were intimidating and incredible. But there were so many songs and so many things to learn from them because they are a band from in the 70s and I'm a 21st century kid and there's a lot of time gap and age gap and I didn't know where to start. You know what they all say, right? The third time's always a charm. So I rewatched the movie for the third time and I start to understand the things that I don't. But I still wasn't satisfied, so I bought a DVD and rewatched the movie whenever I want to. And I think I've watched the movie for more than 5 times now, and it's still one of my all time favorite movies. The movie Bohemian Rhapsody is not only a biopic, it's also an inspiring movie because it's not only about Queen and their music, it's also about the music industry and the people in the music industry, and it also shows what kind of mindset you have to have if you want to succeed in life with the things that you're passionate about. I idolized Queen so much after the movie, and if you want to know what's my favorite part of the movie, I might have to make a quick decision because I have lots of favorite scenes, but if you want to know one, it would be the part where Freddie and Jim went to his parents' house before the Live Aid concert And when he told his dad about the Live Aid concert, his dad was so proud and teary. They never really get along because Freddie was never proud of his tradition and where he came from. Freddie also had so much love and passion for music. He never quit making music. He made music until his last breath. And that's so admirable of him. Please watch the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. I promise it's worth it. The main reason why I made this podcast episode is because of the video where Brian May talks about their song We Will Rock You. Queen is celebrating this year with their most extraordinary songs and their achievements and performances, and We Will Rock You is one of them. So it has two parts. In the first part, Brian May explains why he wrote that song and the inspiration behind that song. And their second part is about the guitar solo. And I'm going to talk about the first part. Before I watch this video, I know that We Will Rock You is like a rock anthem for every rock concert. But after hearing Brian May's explanation, it became more meaningful. To summarize what he said, We Will Rock You is about life and the three stages of life. In the first verse, it's about being young and bold and believing that we have the energy and power to change the world. The second verse is about getting to the middle age where we have our own power to fight for the things that we believe in and for the things that we deserve. The next verse is about getting old and reflecting on yourself and the world, asking yourself questions like, did I change the world? Who am I? And having to learn the acceptance that you have to find your peace within yourself with the thought that, oh, I've done what I could and the world didn't change that much and it's okay. Brian May also said that he wrote that song when he was young and that acceptance and realizations turns out to be true when he gets older. But I hope he realizes that he and his bandmates and their music have a huge impact on those who listen to them and has changed the way of us thinking about life and the world. Watching that video during this revolution has given me so much inspiration and motivation. And I can completely understand what he's trying to talk about because I think I'm in the middle age. I have the power and the right to speak out and help out in this revolution. I've done everything that I can. I've written novellas and crocheted a few bags for fundraising project. When I was about to make this podcast channel, I told one of my Singaporean friends and she was like, "Hey, don't talk so much politics." And I was like, doesn't she want to listen to politics? Is that why she stopped me? And she said, because it's dangerous. And I was like, okay, thank you so much for caring about me, but sorry, Yelini, I have to talk a little bit politics in here. It's good to see how united we are because of this revolution. But the problem with our people is that we get distracted easily, and it's not our fault also because it has been a long journey. Everybody wants it to end soon because we're all getting tired. We are all tired already. But we can't lose focus yet. This is not the end yet. We can't give up, and if we did, we're going to lose everything. Everybody knows that we're fighting for this revolution because we want to change Myanmar and we want to change for the better, but they're making it difficult and they will continue to make it difficult in the future. So, if you're from Myanmar and you're listening to this podcast, please don't lose focus yet. Like, our future is still gloomy if you realize. And if we lose focus, they'll win. And we don't want to let them win, right? So, please don't lose focus. If you're depressed, come back after a day or two. We need you. We need each and every one of you to win this revolution. We can't give up. So stay strong, and I'll end this podcast here. I'll see you next week. Oh, yeah, also don't forget to listen to Queen because they're the best. I don't think there's any bad music they have ever produced. I know I'm not the only one who felt like this when I first listened to Queen. My body gets electrified, and I feel extremely happy when I first listen to their music. I know that their music was made for me, their music was meant for me, and I was meant to listen to their music. And I guess that's what good music is supposed to make you feel. Because that's what good music is for. You can also come to me if you want to know my favorite Queen songs and you just want to talk about Queen with me. I'll see ya.